I have a fear of the word which is spelt A-A-G-H exclamation mark. That word. Why don't you tell me a bit about yourselves, starting with you?
Hi everyone, my name's Jim, and I have a fear of apologies.
Sorry?
Ah!
Oh, apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi.
Please help me.
Okay.
I've Googled it and I still can't
Really appreciate you trying to look it up first. Well, that happens all the time.
Only 6 legs.
Huh.
When I first saw
That's a cellar spider, and it should have 8 legs. They must have lost 2 of them, either in a bad molt or a territory battle, maybe. Or the war. The spider war.
Somebody round up the guilty-looking Hufflepuffs for me, please. I don't care if they want to pilfer cookie-making supplies and bake after midnight, that's fine. But somebody put gillyweed in these brownies, and now all of these Slytherins need to go down to the lake because it doesn't do what they think it does, and you're going to have gills now.
Well, this is awkward. I'm actually a professional dancer. I've danced on stage with or in music videos for Rita Ora, for Fergie, for Wiley, and a lot more. But seeing as I'm currently finding out that I can't actually dance, I'll just stop. I'll give that up. Thanks for the feedback. Taking it on board. And I'm actually with a black woman, not black women, but thanks. Have a nice day.
You have Gryffindor? The brave ones! Well, yeah, but that's an oversimplification. They're also determined and chivalrous. And this is the one Roman thinks he's in. Do I? Then there's Ravenclaw, typically known as the wise and clever ones. Oh, that is me, isn't it? The ones who think they're smarter than everyone else? Well, I don't think I'm smarter than everyone else. I know I'm smarter than everyone else. Then there's Hufflepuff, the loyal and friendly ones. Oh, is that what you think of me, Roman? I mean, yeah, you're the softest little puffball we got, Padre. You don't have to be mean to me. Oh, thank you, Roman! See? And then there is Slytherin, who, yes, get a rep in the books for being the bad guys, but they're mainly known for being ambitious, cunning, strong leaders. But that's not me. Yeah,
Top things only the Queen can do, part 2. Let me tell you, man. Let's go. Happy New Year, by the way. Okay, so number 1, dolphins. In the UK, you're not legally allowed to have a dolphin as a pet. You see, the Queen is a different breed. Law states that the Queen owns any dolphin within 5 kilometers of the land. That must mean if the dolphin swims 6 kilometers out to sea, then the Queen don't own it. But as soon as it comes back to 5, dolphins in the Queen's ownership. Next, we got children. In the UK, any child under the age of 18 is actually the Queen's child as well as their parents. That means that the Queen can legally come to your house or just find you on the street and she can kidnap you. Let's just say you were randomly sitting outside Buckingham Palace. The Queen can just come out, take you, and not give you back to your parents. You cannot sue the Queen. Basically, the Queen has something called crown immunity. Basically makes her immune to anything apart from dying. But when you get a court date, legally you have to show up. The Queen don't have to do that. In fact, if you try to sue the Queen, normally you'll be the one getting in trouble. Don't try and sue Elizabeth. Lastly, she don't have to follow any rules on the road. She can go 100 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. She is the law.
Trope in the world is when a character realizes that they're in love with another character, and instead of being bashful or cute about it, their internal monologue is just, no, God, fuck, why?
So this is Mr. Chicken, and this is Mrs. Chicken, and this is the road. They want to meet each other. So Mr. Chicken walks up to the road, and he stops. Mrs. Chicken walks up to the road, and she stops. Mr. Chicken says, I'll come to you, love, you stay there. And he steps out into the road, squashed by a truck. Mrs. Chicken picks him up, she takes him to hospital. She says, Doctor, please make Mr. Chicken better again. He says, I'll give it a try. Does that look like Mr. Chicken? She says, no. He says, does that look like Mr. Chicken? She says, no. He says, oh, right, well, what about that? Does that look like Mr. Chicken?
Roses are red. Harry Potter is lit.
You're going to go to Hogwarts and do spells and
Tell
shit.
me about the time you realized your child might be a psychopath.
I was just putting my 4-year-old son to sleep. It's in the dark, he's drifting off to sleep. Looks at me through the slats in his little crib. like a half crib because he's growing up. And he looks straight in my eyes and he says, Paddington is dead.
Primary school, we had a creative writing assignment where we had to write about a character in a new, strange situation. And I wrote about a squid that was somehow teleported from the ocean to the forest floor and slowly choked to death for 2 pages. And I'll never quite forget my teacher's face because it turns out she wanted, "This new school is scary. I hope I make friends." And not a graphic description of a squid
Tell me
dying.
that you're a little bitch boy without actually telling me that you're a little bitch boy.
I sleep with a blankie still. It's TikTok. I got it the day I was born.
Some true facts will make you feel extremely uncomfortable. A typical jar of peanut butter contains 10 or more rodent hairs. Yes, the little guy from Ratatouille has been sneaking into your peanut butter. Nasty. The average person walks by 16 murders in their lifetime. So you're telling me I'm just going to be walking by Doris to go get some milk, and all of a sudden she's going to be plonked off? It's going to happen 16 times? Poor Doris. Big Bird almost joined NASA's Challenger mission to get kids interested in space. Plan gone through, millions of kids would watch the Big Bird and the spaceship explode on live TV. A pinata that would surely traumatise them for life. More likely to get killed by a cow than shark. Look at their eyes now, you see the evil behind them. There are colours that humans can't see, and you can't even imagine what they look like. Are you sleeping tonight? There are things called eyelash mites that live on people's faces. You probably have them and don't have a clue. Look, it's in your eyelash. You are 6.7% more likely to die on your birthday than any other day. And we'll end it on that light note.
I've seen a few of these videos where people pretend to be having a conversation with someone just to make the person listening feel a little bit less lonely, and I thought it was quite cute, so I'm going to try it. Hiya, you alright? What's your name? That is the shittest name I have ever heard. Oh my god, do you want a hot drink? I've just made one. Yeah? What do you want? Oh my god, big time freak, I'm having hot black currant. You weirdo. Oh my god, what's your favourite colour? Are you a goth? Like, are you a goth? Jesus Christ, that is weird. What's your favourite food? Oh my god, you stinky, winky, ugly, fat bastard. That is vile. You literally knock me sick.
What would you do now to get more of that attention?
I'd love to make TikToks. Like, I have ideas for good TikToks all the time, but I no way in hell am I gonna spend time growing a TikTok channel right now. I don't even know if that attention would be that valuable to me as a 40-year-old science teacher.
You probably didn't know about your favourite cartoon characters. SpongeBob is part of the LGBTQ+ community. Smurfette is the only girl Smurf because she was created to destroy the village. The Flintstones aren't actually living in the past, just a creation of it. Timmy's fairly odd parents were actually just antidepressants kicking in. And then Stimpy come out as they're in a couple together. The 7 dwarfs in Snow White, the 7 effects of DRUGEs. All the SpongeBob characters are mutant. Powerpuff Girls are based off the fairies in Sleeping Beauty. Donald Duck is never wearing pants. Kinda ties in with the last one. Animation is only draw one item of clothing on cartoon characters so they're easier to draw. There are 32 exact spots on every single Dalmatian, and there is a completely not for kids Tiny Toons episode out there somewhere.
What was the moment you realised you were a fully fledged adult? I'll tell you mine. Me and my friend went to the cinema to watch Florence Foster Jenkins, and there were some kids at the back of the cinema, teenage girls absolutely screaming, doing the most, being so loud. For the first half an hour of the film, I not only had to contend with their noise, but the old lady behind me was complaining about them talking non-stop. So when said old lady said, "Someone should go and stop them," I stood up. I got up. I walked up to the back of the cinema. Nobody was watching the film anymore. Everyone was looking at me like, "Oh, she's going to talk to them. Oh my God." I sat down next to these 4 teenage girls and politely said, "Hello. I paid good money to listen to Meryl Streep, not to you. I don't believe for 1 second that you've bought tickets to be in this screening. So I suggest you shut the fuck up, or I'm going to go and get someone and you're going to be thrown out of this cinema. Do you understand?" Yeah, sorry. I got high-fived by people on the way back to my seat. In the toilets after, I caught them calling me a fucking bitch, and then they ran to McDonald's.
Why did you torture me so many times with them being so close to getting together, whether
Well, so you would continue to watch the show
Duh. And my evil plan worked too, didn't
Piece
it?
of information that you learned that feels illegal to know.
The sun isn't that hot. So when people say hotter than the surface of the sun, it's like 6,000 degrees Celsius, which is hot. Like, don't touch the sun. But, like, only, like, the corona of the sun, millions of degrees. The interior of the sun, millions of degrees. The surface of the sun is exposed. It's, like, constantly radiating heat to space. So it's not that hot. So whenever anybody says hotter than the surface of the sun, I'm like, I know what you're doing. It's hot, but like not as hot as you're making it sound.
Super glad that this is over, God, it was atrocious. 2020, or the year that put me in psychosis. Every other year I live will now be so much better, cause nothing can compare to this shit, you know, nothing ever. Drunk just a little and I won't tell a lie. Hair's gone grey, gonna need some dye. Vaccine please, or I just might cry. Next year I want some fun. And now that this is nearly over, I can go get pissed and catch up on the 47 parties that I missed. I love my wife and love my kids, but now I'm strapped together as left me with a doctor's appointment for high blood pressure. Super fragile, isolated, 2020 tamed us. If we're locked up again, I'd prefer to live on Uranus. Happy New Year, everyone, I wish you all the best. Let's hope that next year doesn't leave us all so bloody stressed. Happy New Year, everybody! Good luck in 2021!
Okay, so I've decided that I am going to actually do the Pottermore quiz and find out what house they think I should be in. Obviously I'm a Hufflepuff on here and I'm still going to be a Hufflepuff, but it'd be interesting if they actually sort me into anywhere else. I truly believe I would be a Hufflepuff. Well, I thought it said, what would people call you? Arrogant, selfish, ordinary, or cowardly? And I was like, that is harsh. The Sorting Hat is ready. He's ready to make its decision. Continue. Oh my god! Yeah. Look, it's what's right?
Why are you watching somebody play a video game? Well, play it yourself. I don't understand. So strange, kids nowadays. Anyone fancy watching Gogglebox tonight? Love that show.